From Fox 5 News, it's time for more Good Day New York.
All right, welcome back as we look at a little plaza right outside the Plaza Hotel. An awesome New York scene.
Amazing New York City. Live and direct, right?
The voice you're listening to is that of George Wayne, all-around great guy, man about town. And he writes for Vanity Fair magazine. George Wayne, thank you for filling in for Rosanna. She is on vacation. And once again, George Wayne, everybody. George, thanks for being here, man.
It's my pleasure, Greg. How are you?
Okay, for years now, George. How long have you actually been with Vanity Fair?
I've written for Vanity Fair for the last 21 years.
21 years. And you do those cool celebrity profiles in the back of the magazine.
Yes.
And you have like an offbeat. What would you say your interview style is? It's a little...
It's irreverent, it's whimsical, but it's at the same time, the essence is wit, but I want you to leave learning something that you never knew about the subject that I interviewed.
Right, and
so
you can... Go ahead.
Wit, sophistication, class.
Wit, sophistication, and you know George is sophisticated because he wears his sunglasses indoors.
Well, I can't see without them.
That's
He's a
fair.
prescription.
Where did you grow up?
I'm West Indian. I was born and raised in Kingston, Jamaica.
How did you get the gig at Vanity Fair?
Oh, that's a long story.
Give us the gist of it.
I basically, through a little Xerox magazine that I started called R.O.M.E. And it was basically like a zine, and I would sell it in the bookstore at 360 Madison Avenue when Condé Nast was in the Madison Avenue. And Cy Newhouse, the emperor of Condé Nast, would buy R.O.M.E. And so I wrote him a letter. I said, Mr. Newhouse, why don't you buy R.O.M.E. magazine? Just thinking that, you know, I had the gall to do it. And I got a letter back from him the following week, and he said, I love R.O.M.E., I think it's genius, but I can't buy R.O.M.E., but I'd like you to go and talk to this woman. He just hired this woman, Linda Wells, to create a magazine called Allure. So I went to see Linda Wells. She said, what do you want? I said,
a job.
I said, I want a job.
Okay.
I want to be a contributing editor. I want to be in your masthead, and I want to write for you. I want a contract. And she says, okay. My first assignment, St. Bart's, 3 weeks. So I was the first contributing editor on the masthead of Allure magazine. I did that for 4 years, and when Graydon Carter, who I used to bother for years and years when he was at Spy, was hired to create, to take over from Tita Brown at Vanity Fair, he wrote, you know, his team reached out to me and said, well, we're here now, what do you want to do? I said, I want to reinvent the question and answer. I think it's an art form. The Q&A,
yeah.
And that's what I want to do. And the rest is history.
Beautiful, George. He wrote to the head of the company, and basically that got things
That's how I got
moving.
my job, yes.
Well, and what's the wildest thing a celebrity's ever told you?
The wildest thing?
That you've been able to print.
Well, that's the best thing about the book I'm going to be doing, because stuff that I could not make into the magazines for the last few years, all my interviews are going to be compiled for this book, Uncensored Vanities, which has just been bought by HarperCollins.
Very cool. When does it come out?
It comes out this summer 2015.
2015. Now, that's less than a year.
Yeah, you'll see the unexpurgated interviews I've done with the most, you know, some of the most engaging personalities that the world has ever seen.
All right, George. Anytime you want to sit down with me, I'm available. I won't call you. You'll call me.